Hello, everyone, and welcome back as always. We're back again.
Hi.
I'm very excited today because we're going to be watching the DC universe for once.
Wow.
We've been watching Marvel for a long time, and we're still going to always watch Marvel because we started with that and we love it. And I always loved Superman and Batman growing up. I used to read some of the comics, not much, but I used to read some of them. And I love the cartoons that came out, the animated series of Batman. They had so many different Superman series out there cartoon-wise, and I used to watch those too growing up. But yeah, so I'm excited to finally get into the movies. Now we're going to be watching Man of Steel. That won our poll on Patreon. Man of Steel. So I thought I saw this, and I was looking through my DVD collection, and I found Superman Returns, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's the one I guess I saw a long time ago. Oh. And I maybe saw parts of this on TV, but I have no clue what the story is about or anything, so I'm pretty curious to get into it today and see what it's about. See, Mom, she has a cape.
Yeah, my cape.
She's Superman today. She has her shawl. I'm like,
I'm Superwoman.
You're Superwoman.
Super Nana.
Super Nana.
That's right.
So what do you guys know about Superman? Mom knows about the red cape.
He's super strong, and he was a reporter.
Oh.
That's
Lois. Oh, that's Clark
Kent.
Kent. That's his alter ego.
That's right.
Or
Yeah, no, that was good. That was close. Yeah.
That's his disguised.
Yeah, he has the glasses.
Yeah,
And he
like the glasses
secretly
really
loved
disguise
Lois
them.
Lane, and then they had
Krypton. He has kryptonite.
Ooh, see, you know,
Kryptonite.
kryptonite. That's a famous
Yeah.
word that people do hear of now and then, right? So that's kind of cool. You guys know that. And
he had a big S on his chest.
yes. So I don't know, like, what else? Like, okay, so I know
Able to leave tall bounds or something like that.
tall buildings, close enough bounds. Boundaries.
Bounds over the
Bound over stuff. But it's great. You guys are getting a lot of stuff kind of from what I know.
From the archives of what?
Yeah, and then
4 years.
kryptonite. I'm sure kryptonite's always a thing in the cartoons and comics and stuff where it's like a green crystal, and that's usually his weakness too. So I don't know. You guys probably didn't know that, but I don't know if they'll even show that in this movie. But we'll find out, I guess. I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, too.
The dance.
Yeah, let's go.
The dance. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
this is cool. Yeah, I used to love the cartoons and stuff, and then even the one with Christopher Reeves.
Yes.
Christopher Reeves, that's what I remember.
I feel.
Yeah, we used to watch those, and that's been a long time too, so I can't even remember a lot of that, but I used to love those growing up. The music and everything, love it. And I got Hopper with me today. It's not really the morning, but...
I have held that hope in my hands.
Mine.
Oh my god!
Oh, jeez.
Aw.
No, that's not that.
Evelyn was there all along.
Yeah.
So what they have on their chests, kind of.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, a good gouge.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
That sucks. Maybe he was doomed anyways.
Oh, boy. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Wow.
Huh?
Hey.
Hey.
I wonder who that is. Whoa. Hey.
Hey.
So again, take everything you want.
Yeah,
If anything will fit.
This was
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Costner.
Can I just keep pretending I'm your son?
Aww.
Oh, my son.
Yeah.
Come on, Chrissy.
Knock it off.
Sit down.
I think I'll.
Oh, keep your hands off. Oh, you don't want to do that.
For what? Tough guy?
Oh, okay.
That was awesome.
Oh, that's really. Oh, my goodness, you're scaring him.
It's gonna be all twisted up.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh my god, how do you explain that? It's a transformer. Go get her.
no fear.
No fear, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, looks like the little emblem that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Ooh, is that one of those
Goes in.
floating robot things?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Ooh, it's super strong too.
Yeah. You recognize? Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I can't print this, Lois. You might have hallucinated.
It's Morpheus.
It's Lois
It's
Lane.
Lois Lane and Morpheus.
Yeah.
It's already set up for him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it's already there.
On muscle.
Easy enough.
Muscle.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun.
Wow.
Aww.
Oh, he died.
Come on, really? No. Oh my God.
Yeah, whoa.
The baby.
Of course.
The baby. No,
No, don't
No,
really,
that's
don't
where
do
he-
that. Oh, come
That's
on,
what he
really?
does.
That's what he does.
There's
He
no
should-
use.
He's the one that should.
Duck or something. No.
Great job.
Ooh.
You are not alone.
The Daily Planet's Lois Lane knows who this guy is.
Oh, you kidding?
Oh,
The one
come
who should be
on.
questioning.
Oh my God. Rat.
Are you watching this crap?
Surprise.
Oh, jeez.
You know he can break through those.
I know. I don't know
jeez.
what
No
he can do.
On my world, it means hope.
Huh.
Well, here it's an S.
Let's put our cards on the table here, General.
See?
Hear me because you can't
Jeez. Put the brakes on.
It's like a big fish.
That's an entrance.
I think she kind of wanted to go with him anyway.
They probably shouldn't have had a display like that out in the middle of,
Yeah,
you know,
right?
where everyone can see them.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it's just Daddy.
To your right, fire.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Go!
Oh, yeah. Good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, I thought it was
No, they're gonna take Mommy.
shucks.
Thank you.
Ooh, and your hair's not out of place at all.
I know.
I don't want to tell you anything about it. They did something to me. They left him.
Oh, he feels danger for his mother. Whoa!
Ooh.
Whoa, wait.
I mean,
Seriously.
Go to hell.
Oh, Mama's gonna die. Mama's gonna die.
Oh,
oh,
don't tell me. Oh, come on.
Come on, don't.
Oh, God.
come on.
I don't know where it is.
Yes.
Good. Knock him out.
Don't mess with Mama.
Yeah.
Oh! Did you touch
Don't
anyone's
do that to
mother?
his mother.
Oh.
Oh my God! He's like killed all these people.
Oh, wow.
Why would
No,
you kill
no!
them?
Oh, no.
Darn it.
Oh.
No.
Get inside. It's not safe.
No crud.
Close for the day.
Run.
No, guys.
Oh God.
Guys, you're ruining it. No.
Oh, yeah.
Laser
Yeah,
hands.
do you know how to do that?
Oh, good.
Time. Good.
Nice.
She is amazing.
Like, how do you even defeat that? I'd be like,
Yeah.
don't even.
She's gonna turn. Oh my goodness gracious!
And she's super
no.
fast.
Oh God, you're dead.
Oh.
You're dead.
Super fast.
dead.
There's no way.
Good death.
This man is not our enemy.
Good. Finally realized it.
Sorry for trying to shoot you down a lot.
Whoa.
I'm all right.
I'm all right.
Those thugs didn't get me.
Poor house.
Oh my God, the
jeez.
truck's in the living room. Walk swiftly.
Ooh, it's freaky.
Everybody just stares at it.
I know.
I'd be
And start running. I
the-
know.
I'd
It's
be
like, let's
running
pack
the
our bags
opposite
and
way.
leave. Oh, it's crushing people too.
Look at it.
They're just
Whoa.
like drilling through.
Yeah.
It's like bringing him up and dropping him down
Yeah.
hard.
Superman?
The alien, sir. That's what they're calling him, Superman.
Oh, great. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dr. Octavius.
Oh, they got him. They got him.
Oh.
I'd run.
Honey, why is he...
Don't just stand there.
It always happens.
Sweetheart. Oh, he's right in the middle of it.
How do you get out of that?
They're gonna be
Ooh,
goners.
so
They're gonna be
close.
goners. They're gonna be goners.
Go in.
Oh, man.
Won't go
Why?
in. Come on, sweetie.
Oh, come on.
It's rejecting it.
If you destroy this ship, you destroy Krypton!
Bye.
Well, I want to go in.
Come on, think about it.
Backwards.
Think about it. You can do it. Yes.
Okay, good. It was easy. Just turn it.
Press it in, baby! Press it in!
Yes.
Good.
Yay.
Hey.
Oh, kissy, kissy.
I'm pretty sure that only counts when you're kissing a human.
Oh, good line.
Who's stronger?
Why not destroy the whole city at this point?
Of course. Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh crap.
Oh, come on. Look at. Oh,
How are you gonna get rid of this guy?
oh,
Nice.
Wow!
oh, come on.
Did that just change?
Without 106
Zero.
days without an injury. Oh, he's pulling. See? That's
See,
what
no
happens
capes.
when you have a cape.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, run.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, come on.
Run that way. Duck.
Oh, son.
Kill him.
I just think he's kind of hot.
Of course.
Captain.
Disguise
Yep.
yourself. That's really going to disguise him good.
Welcome to the planet.
Welcome to the
planet.
planet in more ways than one.
Glad to be here, Lois.
Oh, jeez.
I love the music.
Yeah.
It was great. The music was great.
Good job.
Very exciting.
So, I don't know if there's a cutscene. I'll just take these off and let it roll. Oh, Christopher Nolan did this one. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Maybe
that?
one of you probably told me that and I forgot. I totally forgot about that. Oh, that's neat.
What's that?
Well, he did Batman too, right? So that's pretty neat. We had the music, or the volume in general, a lot louder.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was so
exciting.
loud. It was super surround. It was like
Whoa.
so in my ears. And so if I didn't hear you guys sometimes, I'm sorry. But that was a good movie. I enjoyed
That
that.
was very
No,
good.
it
I
was
liked
really
it a lot.
good, yes.
I really
Yeah, I
liked
liked it.
Lois Lane and how she wasn't like too nosy and really sassy back at the military right from the beginning.
Yeah.
When she wanted to know about what was going on with that first spaceship they saw.
Yeah, and the
She-
spoiled mother too, you know. I felt sorry for her for a while there, you know.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
With what? Like with her getting attacked?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and the
but
home and things. You know.
Yeah. So I'm glad she survived. That was really
Yeah,
good
I
because I
thought
thought they were
she
going to kill her
died.
for a
Yeah.
second. I'm like, I hope not because they already, killed the father in this. I'm like, that sucks because in like the old cartoons, comics, I don't know, it probably happened in the comics. They probably have so many different universes of Superman. I thought that the father and mother survived and never died in a very tragic way. They were just always around from what I always thought. But if you guys know different, please let me know. So it was sad to see him die in this. And I thought it was a real, I don't want to say silly way that he died with a tornado, but I
practical
understand
way
what
in
he was
Kansas.
doing.
That's right, yeah.
The tornado was cool. It was just so sudden, and I don't know. I didn't like how he died. I felt bad, but it shows that he's
Yes.
heroic, and
That's
he
right.
saved the dog. He did save the dog at the end, which was good because I thought that was so pointless. Of course, like he gave his life up for the dog, but I thought the dog was
it
going
was
to go
a
with him for a
family
moment.
member, so
I just wish that if he did let Clark go first and just do what he had to do and not use his superpowers, like he can get hit by stuff, maybe people wouldn't really notice. and he can save them. But at that point, it was too late because then he would have
there
to
was too
zoom
many
in and
people
take care of
there.
it, you know.
There was too many
But
people watching.
I know it was a point of not showing more people who you are. But I'm like, he's already done it a few times, so what's one more time?
What's the
this
cost
is the big
of your
deal.
death?
Yeah, this is the big deal with your dad now. So this kind of sucks, and I know why they did it again because they have to move the story along and give him something to like mourn over and have that reason to hide and know that he's different and he can't be exposed.
Right, and really
People aren't
embed
ready.
in what his father said to him all along. Like, just before he died, he was having an argument with his parents saying, "You're not my parents. I don't want to be a farmer," you know, and
Yeah.
he regrets saying that, but now he's reliving his father's words, and he's working through that with his actions and being good and
Yeah.
going after the...
So I think it's really
General.
good they did that. And I love seeing that struggle with Superman, with Clark Kent, where he has to find that balance of that he isn't human, but he wants to fit in with humanity.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm glad, of course, that he chose humanity over Krypton. That must be really hard for him, but, you know, like, it was a bad way to go. It was a bad way that they wanted to terraform and kill off all the humans anyways. Like, that was horrible.
And even when they, when General was sentenced,
Yeah.
I mean, they put him in that ship, and there's...
And they were,
And then they said...
they survived.
They put him in the ship for...
They should have had, like,
to be reconditioned or whatever. And...
Then the whole planet blows up anyways.
They
It's
died.
like, oh, nuts, we should have been in that ship.
That's
It's
right.
like, you guys
Oh,
can
yeah.
stay here,
Switch.
and we'll go up. It's like, hey,
make
oh,
sense.
nuts. I do
tragically
like...
ruined another universe.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a really cool idea. It's really far-fetched, but I love how creative this was.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you go a little too far-fetched, it's hard to ground yourself and really care or understand on what's going on. But I like the idea of the dimensions, and they have those weird tentacle, like, mechanical things come out and kind of like do that triangle portal that they went through. Like, stuff like that was pretty cool, but, like, the beginning with the whole... I thought that was fun, like, to actually see... that story where, you know, the planet is doomed and everything's crashing down, so the parents actually release Kal-El in the little ship to go to Earth, and then the whole planet is destroyed. So it was neat that we had more time with the family in the beginning. And an interesting twist, too, where he was a, you know, normal birth baby and not a, you know, grown Matrix baby.
Right, and he was the first naturally born.
Yeah.
That's what she said, yeah.
And the longest time.
Mm-hmm. And they've been a civilization for a very long time. I like the idea. I like the look of the planet, and I like the creatures that they had. It reminded me a little bit of Pandora, kind of different, but kind of gave me that feel. And I like that, like,
Flying.
weird,
Yeah.
Krypton / Banshee thing.
Yeah.
Poor thing. I would have loved to learn more about that planet. That was actually kind of fun, but
It was interesting, and those floating like advisory things.
Yeah, that was weird. What are those things called that you would press your face, your hand into, and it has all those pins in it? Please let us know in the comments. Yeah, we used to have them as kids. We used to mess around, but I kept thinking that the whole time. And those things are super strong too, so it makes you think like, okay, well, on Krypton, they're not super strong. I mean, like, military, whatever, but not, like, Superman strong, because our son and whatever else, like, gives him these extra abilities, right? Yeah. So that robot thing, those floating, whatever they are, when he was confronted by one on Earth, and it was super strong and held him back, I'm like, okay, well, they're, like, super strong anyways, so that was kind of insane, too, to see that. So I'm like, oh, God, they can really do some damage on Krypton.
Right.
Like, if you're, like, normal, and they're, like, super robot.
So were they already there? Were they there when he landed too? 30, when he was...
I don't know, like maybe, like, because it looks like that ship that they were from
18,000 years.
Because that ship landed 18,000 years ago. They were saying that they had outposts or something, so they sent things out because they flourished for a while, the civilization, and they were trying to find different planets or something. I guess as the outpost, and that was an outpost 18,000 years ago that just crash landed. I guess they just didn't navigate correctly or something. Maybe just crash landed and didn't survive.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense because the skeletons in there were
really old. So I guess the robot floaty things, the
and
technology
I thought that was
stayed the
originally
same.
General
Zod. So is he from the original one with Christopher Reeves? Because they wore black. I don't remember the characters' names, but there were three of them, and then they end up in a trapezoid or a triangle mirror or something. Yeah. I only saw it when I was a little kid, so I don't remember much of it, but I think it was Zod. Just sounds familiar, so please let us know if that was him or not. But yeah, so...
But his sidekick, that chick, she was pretty...
Yeah,
Jesus.
the fighting scenes were really cool in this, and she was
goodness.
crazy. It was so over the top. Like, I really do enjoy the fighting sequences in this, but they're just so super strong that everything's so hopeless.
God.
Like,
There's
no
no
way
way they
humans
could
can't even
help her.
interact with that because you're just gonna die. There's no way you're gonna save anyone in that situation. Like, they're bulletproof, whether it's their armor or whatever. But Superman's bulletproof, you know, so they have to be.
Even her mask, when
penetrates
her mask came off, I thought she was going to die.
I did too.
And when the other guy scooped her up and put her back in the ship, I thought she was gone, but she wasn't.
She got knocked out because that big missile hit her.
Knocked out, but I thought because the helmet was off.
Yeah, but Zod also had his off for a while
That's
too.
true,
Yeah,
he did.
and he was struggling, but it was just, I thought it was funny how Superman was like telling him, like monologuing. We've learned a lot from Incredibles. No capes and watch out for monologuing. It comes in handy when it comes to superheroes, but the superheroes shouldn't be monologuing. And he's like, it took me a long time to focus and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, so he's kind of explaining to him what to do, but it did take a long time for him to practice and learn how to hone in and learn how to control it. So I do like the battle sequences. What do you think of Lois Lane and Clark Kent?
Ooh, that's nice.
That's nice. I love how they kept that.
In some scenes, he almost looked like a really young John Travolta with the chiseled, the chin.
I can see that.
The little
hair a little.
his chin. He really, I thought he did a little bit.
I like the idea with Lois Lane, and I love like going back to the beginning of our conversation, like you were saying, Kimmy, about how Lois Lane wasn't super pushy, like she was, like that's always been her character, but she does have a real caring heart, and when she learned a little bit about Superman, she backed off of it, because for all of mankind, she didn't want mass craziness. She didn't want people to be all in fear and learning something so new and so different and scary. Like, to know Superman, like, having all these powers, recently watching Captain Marvel together, like, she has amazing, crazy powers, and she made me think of Superman. Different, but kind of the same. Like, these crazy, extreme powers that... How do you defeat that, So, thank God Superman's a good guy, and he is about hope, hence the S. So I like how they played that into it too, where the S, it's not an actual letter, it's a symbol of hope for his planet.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
and S for super.
And I wish they played more on the whole uniform thing. Like, I love how his uniform looks, the Superman uniform, but I thought it was too simple how they just kind of handed him the uniform and he was like, hey, here you go. But
especially from his original world.
Yeah, because everyone wore gray and everything, so it was just too, perfect on, like, oh, you get a beautiful red cape. Like, no one else had a cape, right? And no one else is bright red, and like, they don't know what Earth customs are, that he was going to land in America and all that. So I like how they did in Captain Marvel, where they kind of had humor in it, where she actually did wear the colors of the Kree, and then when she changed her look, her friend helped her, was like, boop, 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 just change from RGB, and then change it to match her shirt. So I like that idea. I like when they, like, create something fun there, like instead of, like, here you go, let's move on.
Right from the start.
But they did have a lot of story going on, so I can understand that they just wanted to make that short just to get on with the story. And I wish they did more with him struggling to fly, too, but it worked how they did it. It was intense. I would have loved to see this in IMAX. Can you imagine? I can't imagine, like, being that behind the scenes and, like, what do I do to fly? It's like a turn. That must be fun. That would be cool.
I liked it when they were going through the core at the end. The sound of the...
Ooh, that was weird. I kept saying freaky and oh my God in this, because I was so, like, freaked out by that. That was so cool.
That was intense. It was kind of weird how the people were just staring at it. I'm like, guys, run!
I know.
That's what I said to Dawn. She's staring at the building coming down. And she's like that.
I know. They do that.
She was going in shock at that point.
Yeah, I know.
Remember when something major happens, a building is falling or whatever, someone always freezes and it's just fear, you're just staring, and
I can see a little
the superheroes to come
freezing,
in.
But an adult
girl, like,
but
she's
still,
just like, what's going on?
I know, like, whoa! And they put everyone else in jeopardy, because then you have nice people who want to save that person, and so, but luckily she survived, and that was crazy with that machine, how it would smash things down, and I like that effect, how they showed how it would just crush. everything was so quick in this because all the super people, all the Krypton people, Kryptonians, I don't know, like they were so super fast that there were like no in betweens. It was just like they were there, boom, 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 and the same thing with the crushing. It would go whoop and then smack. You know, it was just insane. Did you see the people actually come up to the screen when we were looking like downward an aerial view at that machine, like bringing things up and smashing? You saw some people go like come up to the screen and smash. I'm like, that's I shouldn't laugh at it. That was awful, but like all these different effects that they did to really have you understand, like this is not good.
It was horrible.
Not cool.
I think it was good.
So I love Kent being a farm boy.
Yes.
And him being very caring and loving and.
I loved his father. His father was...
I really love him. Kevin Costner. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he sure is.
Yeah, and he really was a role model in his life. Like, he really guided him. And
even the mother, right to the end.
I love
she
her.
Really just said, no,
Sally Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Diane Lane.
I said Sally Fields in the freaking movie.
No, you didn't, did you?
No, I did say Sally Fields at some point. I did. What's her
just
Diane Lane?
So
I will apologize because I totally said the wrong person. Oh my god! So Diane Lane.
She did look like Sally Fields.
I totally said Sally
in whatever that movie was.
Whoopsie! I have seen her in something, but not a lot. But she did look kind of like her. Sorry guys, I messed up. But
I don't remember you saying Sally Fields
before.
Well,
again, we had the earbuds really loud. The volume was really loud. This time it was full on boo boo boo, so I could barely hear you guys unless it was quiet. Anyway. Yeah, so whoopsie. Oh my god, they did have a big cast in this too, and I like Amy Adams. She was awesome.
Very good. I like her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Morpheus.
Yeah, Morpheus. Yeah, Fishburne. Fishburne. Something like that. Lawrence.
I liked him as Lois's boss. I mean, he understood her, and he really believed
White.
her. Right?
Yeah, sorry, that's his character, and he's always been a character on Superman, so I'm happy that they kept him in, and it was cool having him as him. But I love him as Morpheus, and he is very caring. Like, I love how he had
her.
Yes,
yeah.
Because he believed her character.
Yeah.
And he gave Lois a hard time, but yeah, like, he understood why she did it, and then he went back to save that girl who was, like, freaking out and stuff. I like that. Everyone has a good heart for the most part. Mm-hmm. So, there was a character, I think his name is Jimmy, who was also a photographer.
Yes, I remember Jimmy.
Young Jimmy. Yeah, he was in this. Was he supposed to be that baldish guy, or no? That was kind of hitting on there. Okay. So, I don't know if we saw Jimmy in this. He probably was there, but we just weren't introduced to him or anything.
It was Jimmy.
No, it was always
Jimmy. I think his name was Jimmy.
Yes, Jimmy,
that's right.
Yeah. I used to watch Lois and Clark, and that was like such a guilty pleasure show for me, and it was so bad. You ever see Lois and Clark? It was like a romantic, soap opera kind of thing. It was like, oh my god. I didn't watch a lot of it, but anytime it was on at night, I'd be like,
have Jimmy.
Like after school or whatever. It's so bad. But yeah, so I did enjoy Superman. I'm so happy we're watching the DC Universe. And again, we're doing polls all the time on Patreon. Well, actually like once a week, maybe twice, all depending, like now that we're growing a bit. We could probably do a little bit more. But maybe we'll watch more DC movies. We will see. Nice. Yeah, so we try to, make everyone happy because
appease everybody.
There's a lot of requests out there, and a lot of you are so amazing, and so many give me huge essays on why we should watch certain things, and they're actually really good, and I will read them, and thank you for putting the time into even doing that, because it's great to have such a fandom like that, to be nice enough to explain why we should do things and why they think we would enjoy it. I think that's really thoughtful, and we do get a lot of those kind of requests, and I always appreciate every single one, but we do get so many of those as well that I'm like, only if we can duplicate it ourselves to watch. But we are growing, and hopefully we can do more soon.
Yeah.
So we will see. So there's a whole lot of movies in the DC universe. I don't know how many. I've only seen bits and pieces. We saw the Batman trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy. Right. And we really enjoyed that. And sometimes you can watch it on our YouTube, and soon you should be able to see it through our Vimeo account, because it is within fair use, but a lot of copyright blah 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 issues. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, kind of thing. But we did enjoy that a lot. It was fun. Any favorite characters?
Well, Lois Lane, Clark Kent.
I do like how they played
and his
them.
Father, Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan. And the mom, of course.
And the mom. Go on.
Sally Fields. I'm kidding. Diane Lane. But yeah, I really do love Superman, of course. Everyone loves him. He's iconic. And I like how they kept all his powers the same, where he is so extremely strong. He can see through walls. He can hear very long distance. He's faster than a speeding bullet.
Right,
Faster
he even
than sound,
says
I
when
guess.
his mother was in danger after he was just about to kiss Hope
Yeah.
in the cornfield.
That's right. Yeah.
I know. It's like, you gotta watch
Yeah,
those,
very good
like
sense.
launches
That's
because
right,
you're gonna like flatten her one day, flatten somebody.
Step
It's like,
back
oh, God.
a little bit more.
Yeah, and I really did enjoy Lois Lane's character in this too. I thought she was really good. I like how they portrayed her a lot. She wasn't just one direction, like very
That's
pushy or
right, she's
anything,
good.
and she was
Right, I
very
liked
caring.
Cal. Cal was my favorite. I mean, he was very humble,
Yes.
and he was a great symbol of hope.
He was.
That's right.
Man of
It
his
seemed
word.
hopeless for a very long time, so it was really good to see that hope at the end.
Yeah.
You know.
And
That's
I'm
right.
glad that it was sad that I guess he didn't want to kill the general at the end,
But there's no
Yeah,
way
he
around that.
He had to.
He
It's
was
the
save
crazy.
the world.
And now that he had no more ambition because he had no more people, technically, he was going to
Right.
like just kill everyone, like you
That's
said. And he
right.
was monologuing and saying that he was going to destroy everyone. But I really love that actor because, for Superman, even Zod, but Superman, like you really felt for what he believed in, and when he was so upset at the end, when he was yelling, I was like, oh, like you really felt that. So I thought that was really good acting.
He was a good actor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll see more of him in another future movie. We will see. So I think we will end it there. If you have anything you would like us to discuss next time we watch a DC movie, please let us know. It's hot. It's late.
Yes, my
This
eyes
was
are
fun.
blinking.
I know. We're like, woo.
My eyes are dry and blinking.
Yeah, we decided not to have the AC on today, but now we're like, woo. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Da-da-da-da. Superman.
Yeah,
oh, where's your cape,
yeah.
Mom?
Oh my God! Put it back on.
No capes. No capes.